Okay, I've got a base location video for you today. This is a base location that we used to use, and it's basically pretty much very well hidden, very hard to get to, very hard to break into. And I mean, if you got a big enough, I mean, there's only two of us. If you've got a big tribe, nobody will be getting into this base anytime soon. So it's in the volcano, and I'm going to guide you how to get there and basically how to build it. Let me just first show you where I am. I'm there on the map at the moment, and I'm going to have to work my way up to the volcano. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm first going to guide you up there and then show you all the benefits of it and how to build it. So, right, so here I am. I'm by the frost giants. You see where they are, but they've got the little temple thing. Follow this up through here. I'm going to use God mode just to make it easier. But I've left the cold on so you can see where you get hot and cold and stuff. So you can get through this with just general clothing. It won't have too much of an impact on you at all. Jog it up through here. And then, let's go. Right, and then for down here. You've got some materials around here. You've got metal here. You've got black ice. You've got ice. You've got wood. You've got stone. You've got I think the black ice is over there to the right, around that temple and up on some of the rocks. So then you want to follow it up here. I think this is called the secret highway or something like that. So you want to run up this. This is quite steep, so it might drain some stamina. It doesn't really get cold. You'll see it's very cold at the moment. You're fine with cloth armor until you're about halfway up, and then it will start to get extremely cold when you start taking damage. You can make it. So let me just show you. Extremely cold now, and then basically you want to have full stamina. The hidden way, that's what this area is called. You want to basically peg it up here, full pelt. Run up here, and then you do get to a step which you're going to have to overcome. What a good idea would have been earlier. So I'm there now on the map. You see me now? I'm going to go into the volcano now. What would have been an idea is grab some ice before you come up, because you might need ice when you're actually in the volcano, if you're just sort of wearing nothing. You have to get over this. Hopefully you have the stamina to jump over it, because you can't really climb while you're taking extreme damage from cold. And then once you get into here, it all goes away. So you're fine. So it's only a little sprint while you're getting cold. If you've got a healing potion, you should be fine. And then you want to climb this, scale this with these rocks here. There's lots of little spots where you can have a break. Go through this little gap here, and then down the other side here. And then you should be around this building here. Little alcove here. Then you want to follow this along. Now there's a break in the thing here. You need to jump at some point. You need to jump. I think it's about here. You need to jump across. Don't run across, because that is actually a gap. It doesn't look like it, but you will fall through that, and you will very likely fall to your death. And so you need to run along here, jump that, run along here. It's a good little trap for anyone else that's coming to you. Now you're starting to get extremely hot. So this is where the ice will become useful. So once you get here, you need to start scanning this big rock here. So the best way to do this is that you have a stack of foundations, and then climb up to this little alcove here, and you can sort of get in that little gap there and rest and gain your stamina back. And then you want to climb up onto this little ledge over here. Up here, there's another little ledge here. Climb onto that, regain your stamina. Now as you go up, you can only build a certain distance. There is a cap on it, so you cannot build. It will say no build in this area, which is basically perfect. So what you want to do is climb up here, and then you want to place the foundation. Sorry, not climb up. You want to place the foundation at the highest point when you're down there, at the highest point you can. Climb up to the foundation, and then build up from that foundation. I think the easiest thing is if I just show you. So let's just say I've got a foundation. You'll be standing on that platform there, and you'll probably want to build it. You're about to reach as far up as high up as you can. If you notice now, look, it says invalid building. You're about to build anywhere beyond a certain point. So you want to build a foundation as high as you can, climb to that foundation, and then keep building foundations until it gets to a point where it says invalid build location. From that point on, you will have to climb. You have to climb the rest of this rock. Bear in mind, whoever's attacking you will have to do the same. And if you claim that area down there, they cannot build a foundation. So they will basically have to scale this whole building. This whole rock, which they can't, which is not possible. Look, cannot build. Let me just show you. Invalid building, invalid building. It's getting night time now, so what I might do is wait until it's morning, or change it into morning, because I'm a god. as you can see, you cannot build it anywhere, which is just perfect basically. And if you hide a little foundation in one of the rocks down there, it means they won't see it, and then they'll never be able to build here either. So that really throw them off. Right, so what you will need to do the build is very specific. You have to build correctly to do this. You'll need foundations, obviously foundations you need. You also need ceiling foundations, but you also need some spikes, I can't remember what they're called, spikes, and a bomb. You will need a jar bomb, these things, right? So first off, you need to get the placement of the first foundation. This is essential because this is what the whole base will be based off of. It doesn't look great, but you wait until we'll start building it. It actually does turn out into a very, very big base. Now, so you can build certain, see, a lot of it you can't build in, and you have to find the right spot that you can build in. So that's what I'm looking now, and you have to get this just right. So this is going to take some mucking about. Right. I want to build it off this wall here. Now, some of these walls, if you build a foundation, it will not let you delete it. So you have to get this correct. So you want to get this beginning bit perfect, because as you go around the sides, as I said, you can place a foundation and it will not let you delete some of your foundation. You have to wait for it to decay. Right, now here go the spikes. Now it should say, it should let me plant the spikes if I do it correctly. So it won't let me plant anything. It says invalid building. And that's what you want. But you want to be able to plant spikes, but not plant the bombs. You'll see why. Right, so take them down. What I need to do is go a little bit lower with the foundation. A bit lower, a bit lower. I need to get it right so I can place a spike but not a bomb, because that will also go for other players. That means players can't put bombs down on your base. Yes, that means they cannot use bombs to enter your base. They can only use a god or arrows. Because if they rock up to your base to take it out and they've got bombs on them, and then they realise that they can't use them, it will be... Right, see? Now I can place a spike. Perfect. Now let's try the bomb. Invalid. So this is the perfect spot where I want to build my base off of now. So I can build the spikes, yay, but I cannot place bombs. Perfect. You also cannot place frills on top of this, but you can place certain building materials. You can put a map room on it, you can put gods on it, and you can put these thrones on it. Yep, let's test. Yeah, the throne works. Now I'll tell you about the throne later on, why it's a good idea to put these on top of your base. So yeah, they work. Right, now the next step, as I said, is to now start building, filling this in with the foundations. Now what's nice about this area is that you can build a lot of it just having the roof as a foundation. I'm just testing myself. I'm just showing you again. Right. Oh, these weapons fit. Right. You want to make sure the ceilings fit as well. These are very important, so they do. So the ceilings work, foundations work, spikes work, bombs don't. Perfect. Let's go. So let's start filling in. You'll see you can actually build a lot of foundations and make the majority of your base, the top of it, a foundation, which is great. So it just means it's that much harder to get into. You also turn these around and have it angled how you want. These items are very quite irritating. I might have to take them off. Right, keep going. As I said, some of these walls, if you build it wrong, it will not let you delete it, so you have to be very careful. This place on here, yes, it gets very cold at some points, so you have to be careful of that when building. But once you've got your base in, you're inside it, you can have a fire going and all sorts, and you're good to go. Or now you've got this much down, you can at least put a sleeping bag down, because you can't put a sleeping bag down above your base, which is great. So that means players coming up cannot place anything, sleeping bags, cannot build a base around it. They have to build a base somewhere else and keep making their way here. Right, so I'm going to show you. Keep building. You want to claim as much as possible, because you want to get, ideally, I'll show you, if you watched my last video on how to make a map room entrance, that's what I'm going to put on top of this. So you want to claim sort of as much as this. Let's go. Right. This is the fun bit. You need a lot of foundations. I'll tell you that now. You probably need about 500 foundations, if not more, if you want to get this right. But as I said, it's worth it. The place is very hard to locate, very hard to get to, very hard to raid. And ideally, which I've always said in my videos, when building bases, you don't want any entrance to your base. I'm going to build a map room entrance on this, but that means I have to blow up the map room, which has about 300,000 hit points. But don't bother with doors. We've never had doors on our bases. We always use teleporters to get in and out, and map rooms to get up and down. So what we do is we take thralls and that to when we gather resources. We send the thralls back to base, and then we kill ourselves and appear back at base, and then wait for the thralls to appear. To speed that process up, you can log off, give it 5 minutes, log back on, and your thralls should be back at your base. It speeds it up if you log off and log in. So there we go. So the idea now is to keep doing this and then making that into a big sort of square. What I might do is speed this process up so you can see what eventually it will look like. And there we have it. Now those little holes I've put in there, they're for archers. Obviously you put a crenellade in front, and so that I'll put archers in those. The archers in there stop people from the mat trying to climb up, but also people flying, using magic to fly up, so they will get shot out of the sky. Because the only way really you can get up to here, if you've placed the thingies correctly, is by building foundation somewhere and scanning the whole rock from this side or the other side, which is a mission, or flying is probably the safest way. Now look, let me show you how deep this is, how big this is. See, this is a big base, and I've not even filled it in yet. So look how much space you've got here. That is a big base. Now what I do is I put ceilings there, and then what I do is I fill those in, double those up, so that's 2 foundations deep, so they have to blow through 2 foundations deep. Bear in mind that they can't place bombs, they'd have to use arrows. So 2 foundations deep. And then you've got the rest of this to mess with. I usually do that also 2 foundations deep that way. I mean, you can go more, you can make the base smaller and have it even deeper to get into, but that's pretty much it. Let me fast forward some more then. So I've turned God mode off for this part, so I can show you around what I've built. Now bear in mind, this is just, I've just thrown stuff in here just to give you an idea of what you can get in, what you can do. So this is the bottom of the base, and you know, I'll put a bed in here and a well in here. So let me take off God mode and I'll go for a wander through the base, what I've built. I mean, you can obviously build it exactly how you want inside. You've got a lot of room to play with. So going up to 1 level, I've got all my things I need. Pretty much everything I need in here on that floor. This is a very rough build, by the way. I've got a little kitchen area there. Let's go up to the next floor. Got some wizard stuff here. Now, what you wouldn't have spotted is that I've got all my well, I can't remember what it's called now. Furnaces. All my furnaces and more building stuff here. Now, what you wouldn't have spotted on the thing which I had hidden is above me now is a vault. There's a vault actually above me. I don't know if you spotted it, but I can just access the vault. There's no doors to it or anything. It's built into the foundations. And all I do have to do is click up. Obviously, it's locked. Let's go up to that floor. I try to keep it all open plan as much as possible. So if someone does come in and raid, they have to deal with all your thralls that are inside all at once. Do not use golems. They're not very good. They distract your thralls. Your thralls will attack them and they just gas everything. And I don't use golems. They're not very good as guards. This is the level with the vault on. I've enclosed it in that. Obviously someone raiding wouldn't know it was there. Let me show you again. Can you see it there? You could probably even do better. You could probably go up higher and put a ceiling there with a trapdoor in it. But I can access the vault as I please just by clicking on it. There we go. Let's go back upstairs. Oh, getting a bit of lag. Right, so And I've put this is like a little wizard area. Right, let's go up to these funnel stairs now. Up to the, I think this is the entrance floor. I put grenade up there, so if someone comes down those steps, they can't really go anywhere. It's like a death trap basically. You have archers there and archers there. I suggest having archers everywhere in your base. Just putting archers. Give them poison, smoke, anything. Steel arrows, black ice arrows. Archers are the best way to go because just they do so much damage. They cripple, and they're just hard to take out when everyone's to shoot them. And I'll just spam the archers everywhere. Also, if someone blows in somewhere, the archers can still shoot them if they're not even in melee range. So and this is the floor. I would probably fill this with archers. And have archers. So if someone starts blowing in from the top or from the sides, they will just be hounded by archers. Make sure you put sandstone masks on all the archers. People do forget to do that, so you can gas them. So you're probably thinking, how'd you get out? See, there's no way in. See, I built a map room entrance. You might have seen this on the previous. I showed you how to do this. So that's a map room there, and you can simply just walk through the map room to get out. There we go. And you can't get back in through the map room. I'll probably leave a link to that after. Right, let me go into fly mode again, god mode, so I can pan out and show you. I've got 2 gods up there. There we go. So to blow through into the base, they're going to have to go through 2 layers of foundations, then come across all the archers, or they could go through the map room, which has got 300 hit points, and then find that little hole in the middle, which you'd have archers shooting them once they're sort of blown out away, coming through the entranceway. Now, this is the thrones, the thing about the thrones, which I said. You want to coat your base in thrones, anything that you can. If you look at a throne, they got that many hit points, 300,000 hit points, each one. So if you just put them everywhere, all over the base, that means then they have to shoot through your thrones, which then only leaves a little tiny gap. Blow a throne, and then go through your thrones, your foundations, and then another set of foundations. That's a lot of arrows I'll be using. And it will just slow them down. That's all you need to do, really, slow them down. You got your gods, and once again, the only way in and out is teleportation. So we go. You got your. So I would coat all this in thrones, and then put anti-climb around the outside, and then let's have a quick look, show you the area, what you overlook. So I'd put grenade all around these, and put archers inside those. There you go. It just stops as anyone would if it does fly past or just flies in the range, they get shot and they're dead. And put them on long range, the archers on long range. Now if you look over here, look over there, you cannot see this base from the ground, or you cannot really see this base at all from anywhere, from any angle, because of the position it's in. You'd think, oh, you'd see that, you can see how big it is. You see that, but you cannot actually see the base. As long as you don't light it up, we'll put lights all over it, and sort of at distance, people might see it, but the positions it's in, it cannot be seen from pretty much any location, and it overlooks the black ice area, which I can show you. But below is just volcano, so you can't really climb up from this side. It's very dangerous. But you could put a few hidden foundations down below just to stop people from building around the area. As I said, you can't build around anywhere up here. Look, you cannot place bombs either. Or, put a sleeping bag. The only thing is you can't put thralls down. Now what I would do if we were attacked on here, you'd have your thralls down below, and then if someone does attack you, you get a thrall to follow you. You run up onto the roof, he follows you up, you get into unfollow, so now he's on the roof and he stays up there, and then you go back into your base, get another thrall, rinse, repeat. If I was, as I said, I'd probably put a foundation hidden somewhere around here. Foundations. I did. See what I mean? There we go. I'll probably hide a foundation in the rocks. It's not easy spotted. In a place where they can't see it. Just so they can't build. As you said, the only way to get up here is by putting a foundation down and climbing up onto it. If you've got a foundation, they can't place a foundation. So there is no way then for them to get up there. They have to scale the whole thing or find your foundation and destroy it. That would be tricky to destroy that foundation. That would take them a while. They'd have to stand down there on that platform and just fire lots of arrows up to it if they spot it. All this cannot be built on. Is it pros and cons? The cons, they can get up there, they can fly, that's why you have archers. But obviously they also need they'll be corrupted in that, and it is very unpredictable fly sometimes. Its location, but teleporters are a must in there. You have a teleporter inside and you have a map room on top. Well, you don't have to have a map room, I think you can get a map room inside. I think we've done that before. On the floor below. And then just have the top covered in thrones. Have the top covered in thrones. Look at that. I have thought about we do keep body vaults sort of in this area. High up, we fly them up. So it's good if you ever want to body vault something. You can body vault above. Look, this I'm just showing you now. Look, see, you can barely see it. Let me go down to where you recognise this area, black ice area. There we go. Now look, cannot be seen. Cannot be seen from down below. See? Perfect. You'd have to they'd have to scale all this. You'll recognise this area. This is where some of the black ice is, but they'd have to scale that volcano, which they'd not like to do. Actually, this is the area where we put our body balls. That's over by the other side. But that's it. That's pretty much it. As I said, it's immune to having bombs placed in it. They cannot place beds. They cannot build around it. They'd have to scale, fly up. It's got so many limitations, and it's a great little base to have, or quite a big base, and you can do so much with it. Hope you enjoyed that video. Look out for the next, and goodbye for now.